Young Gucci mine, and I'm popping off the chain, man. And my Jacob is so fruity. Call me Gucci mine, or you call me Gucci Gucci. My chain, don't you like my chain, man? Young Gucci mine, and I'm popping off the chain, man. And my Jacob is so fruity. Call me Gucci mine, or you call me Gucci Gucci. I came to the club just to floss my chain, man. Catch another charge, and I'm going to the chain gang. Oh, I think I'm icy. Sold 100 out, Imbalance is sexy White Street. Don't you see how bright it is? City girls and country girls be telling me how tight it is. These girls, they be choosing. Diamonds be so sparkly, they think my chain was moving. My chain is out the chain. Stacked up me some money, budget off and bought a chain. Check the way my chain hang. Gucci, I don't gang bang. All I do is change. My chain. Don't you like my chain, man? Young Gucci mine, and I'm popping off the chain, man. And my Jacob is so fruity. Call me Gucci mine, or you call me Gucci Gucci. My chain. Don't you like my chain, man? Young Gucci mine, and I'm popping off the chain, man. And my Jacob is so fruity. Call me Gucci mine, or you call me Gucci Gucci. Gucci, you be shining. Gucci, you be shining, man. Gon' turn me on, home. Tell me who your diamond man. My girlfriend acting lame. She say I'm acting different just because I got this chain. Haters get your hater on. When they see them yellow stones, holler at you later on. My chain hang to my shoestring. Like my watch and Wayne, but I know you love my chain. My chain hang to my ding-a-ling. I do my thug thing when I'm in the club, man. When you hurt so icy, you thought of Gucci, man. I got that stupid money, so I bought a stupid chain. My chain. Don't you like my chain, man? Young Gucci mine, and I'm popping off the chain, man. And my Jacob is so fruity. Call me Gucci mine, or you call me Gucci Gucci. My chain. Don't you like my chain, man? Young Gucci mine, and I'm popping off the chain, man. And my Jacob is so fruity. Call me Gucci mine, or you call me Gucci Gucci.
Yeah. This thing's catchy, isn't it? My chain. Oh, how we doing? It's Monday. We got some news at 10 o'clock. Monday. Money Monday. I'm actually not on my new PC, unfortunately. What's going on, guys? Dude, the PC, you had to sign for it. You had to sign for it because it's so expensive, I guess. And I was sitting here waiting Saturday morning, supposed to be here. And I live in an apartment, right? So, like, I have no way of knowing if they're going to be here. Oh, yeah, no poll. Let's do it real quick. Bias at 9:30 open. Sorry, I was focused on the music. There's your poll. Good morning. Nah, the PC got here. It was supposed to be delivered on Saturday. I canceled all my Saturday morning plans so I could be here to sign for it and take delivery of it. And I'm sitting here. I called FedEx. I was like, hey, just so you know, I live in an apartment. So you're going to have to call me to come down and get the package. Otherwise, I'm not going to know when you're here. Because it said between 9:40 in the morning and 1:40 in the afternoon, it would be delivered. So I was like, all right, I'm here. Just let me know. Give me a text. Give me a call, whatever. So, okay. We'll make sure we add that note there. Then, like, an hour later, I get a text saying, package cannot be delivered. No one was there to sign for it. I'm like, dude, how am I supposed to sign for it if I don't even know you're here? So, it should be delivered today. And I just got a text from FedEx. Look, your package is out for delivery today. Signature required. So, I might have to get up in the middle of the stream to go get that. Good morning. But I might have to get up in the middle of the stream and go downstairs and sign for that PC and bring it up. And we can show it to you on stream. But I'm on my... This should be the last day that I'm on this system. I ordered like new monitor. I ordered like some floating monitor arms. New key. I've ordered like new everything. So I'm excited. That should all get here on Wednesday. But the PC should get here today. I do need an assistant. I have the leasing office down there. What am I paying all this money for in rent if they ain't going to sign for my package? This kind of looks like accumulation, manipulation a little bit. Off this 1 hour. These 1 hour lows right here. A little consolidation, sweep. Maybe go higher. Anyways, let's get into it. That's what you're here for, right? Bias, news, POIs, giveaway. That's what we're going to be talking about. I need an assistant. But it's Money Monday. We got bullish bias today for me. Obviously, candle 2 closure here. Had this candle 3 kind of move off all-time highs on Friday. Kind of closed a little, indecision, but you can see we swept the high now. So, still smaller wick on the daily candle. So, I'm really just looking for this to be a retracement into this 4 hour imbalance right here to go higher, honestly. That's what I'm looking for. Just a retracement back into a discount. You can see we hit to go higher. So, nice little sweep of these consolidation lows right here. Nice closure, but we didn't close candle 2 here on this hourly. But we are sweeping a new hourly low. And I have SMT currently at these hourly lows. So 4 hours, well, sweeping out previous 4 hour. That'll close in another 50 minutes. So my bias is bullish on indices, just looking to continue this candle 4 higher. If we look at gold, I'm also bullish on gold. Why? Well, look on the daily. We've tagged this low here. Closed pretty strong, candle 2. Had a candle 3 up here, creating equal highs. But you can see now, we're obviously not respecting 50% of this previous candle, right? So we're actually taking out the low of that, previous day low. So maybe we get a deep retracement down to 50% and then close candle 2 today. And then we can look for longs tomorrow on gold up to these pretty equal highs. I mean, what's the high on this? 87.3. So, wait. 27.1 actually. So we did take this little high out, barely. But I mean, those are still pretty clean. So I'm bullish on gold, technically. Obviously today doesn't look very bullish, but later this week I want to see how we react in a discount. But for now, we can remove that. Oil. Look at oil daily, candle 2 closure right here. You have a gap on the weekly, actually. You can see right here. So we could be heading for that. So maybe previous week high in sight. That's some nice swing highs to target as well on the daily chart. And this kind of looks like it just kind of looks ready to move, you know, higher. But I think we're getting some news or something right now because the market is selling off. So I'm sitting here talking about bias. I'm like, okay, maybe we need to flip. Because oil's starting to pop as I'm sitting here talking. Gold dropping, indices dropping. So let's look. As I'm sitting here talking about my analysis, we might have to flip. But anyways, that's it for like what I was originally thinking. As for news, news, we have 10 a.m. news. That's pretty much it. A couple Red Fullers things on Wednesday, Friday, NFP on Friday. So that's news. And if we go look at POI wise, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but we probably need to reevaluate if we're going to sell off here before the open. Look at YM. YM daily. Finally hitting all-time highs here last week on Tuesday. And we just hit it again this morning, pre-market. And you're seeing the reaction off that here, all-time highs. We can mark that. So this is looking pretty bearish on YM. NQ, kind of rolling over as well. ES, same thing. You have some lows right here. And here. And some failure swings here and here on YM. So we'll watch. This is looking like it's going to be one of those days where you have to wait. At least me personally, I'm going to wait for 10 a.m. I mean, I'm not seeing any news yet on my end. I mean, we just kind of started dumping out of nowhere, so. And obviously, in the stream, we're going to give away one of these indicators. So we took out current low a day. You have failure swings right here. You have previous day low down here at this low. So we can monitor all those key levels. But if we're going to look at the daily profile to try and get a read on what today is going to be, it's not very clear to me. I mean, you can maybe view this as a consolidation. I mean, you have some SMT at session highs here. London, high day so far on ES. Asia high day, currently on NQ. YM, same thing. London high. Wait, yeah. A London high of day currently on YM. So there's some SMT like at these two highs here. But I'm not, like I said, I'm bullish until proven bearish. I mean, we've had deep retracements to go higher, you know? We could sweep these lows and reverse back into the range. So I'm really just kind of watching to see how the open plays out. And then also might get a setup around 10 o'clock. What does that indicator mean? What indicator? This indicator? Which indicator? And then obviously we talked about oil, so. Yeah, you're in this 4-hour imbalance. Might want to come down and test these opening prices on this candle here. Which also kind of perfectly aligns with this previous low. They got swept on the daily, so It can respect 50% of this wick. That's what this dotted line is here, which also aligns with the opening price, and it probably aligns with the discount. Yep, being discount. So might get a good setup, you know, tonight on gold if it wants to move overnight, or tomorrow morning. The one on the right of your screen, this indicator, it's the fractal model indicator. It's painting higher time frame candle closures. So you can see here, 1 hour chart. These are daily candles. If I go to a 5 minute, here they switch to hourly candles. So hourly 5 minute model. 15 minute chart, 4 hour candles. And it literally does all the analysis for me. I'm not even like drawing anything. It's just painting all this out for me. It's a low, 81.25. So we swept this low out right here on ES. I haven't swept that out on NQ yet. So like I said, I'm still bullish until proven bearish. I'm really just looking to see which one I want along, you know? And we do that by looking at pre-market highs and lows to gauge strength, and then we watch the open as well to see how we open. But right now in the chat, 47 votes. It's 50-50. Bullish, bearish. So that's kind of telling me that like I probably should wait. What, like quarterly theory? I don't really know what quarterly theory is. They got a new concept every week. What we talking about? But let's see. Low a day, swept. If you look at regular trading hours, any gaps where we're at currently, open up. If say we opened up here, we're pretty much where we closed. So then that song is stuck in my head. My chain, my chain. Don't you love my chain, man? Let's check out Bitcoin real quick. Oh yeah, this thing's about to sell off. Sell off time. Below 50K. Look at that weekly candle closure. Come over here on the daily. Get your entry. Sorry, that's a monthly. Yeah, monthly candle closure. Alright, you got the CISD. You could be shorting Bitcoin on the daily off this monthly candle closure. And you got tons of lows right here. Little accumulation, manipulation, distribute lower. We had this alert set forever. I wanted to hit this weekly imbalance, kind of like we did here in dump. Sweeping out a high. I wanted to hit this weekly imbalance here after sweeping this high. And you see, we also kind of drove up into this one as well. So a little bit deeper of a retracement back into a premium. Got close to OTE, as you can see. But this thing looks ready to die. Down to this low. At least this low, I think, or some of these failure swings. I mean, the structure's definitely still bearish. I mean, we hit these, what, up close candles opening prices here perfectly. Just speeding up this high, change day delivery, hit it, lower. So, Bitcoin to for 50K, it looks like, currently. With monthly candle closure supporting that idea. Monthly imbalance being hit at that candle closure, so That's my Bitcoin analysis. It's that simple. Zach, I'm new here. Do you follow the sessions? There's an SMT in the sessions between ES and NQ. Yeah, I talked about that. You can look here. 7-hour candles. This is Asia, London, New York. SMT at the highs. Asia, London, New York. SMT at the highs here. With YM, Asia, London, New York. There's SMT. So SMT at previous day high. Like I said, if we need to reevaluate our bias, we will. But personally, I'm not looking to call a top until we put in some like daily structure, you know, to get me short. I'll just wait for us to maybe sweep some lows, then look for a long. Do I apply the same fraud model to crypto or just Bitcoin? What other crypto would I apply it to? Like meme coins? I don't really trade crypto. In your dreams, you're going back to the monthly fair value gap? This right here? Hey, maybe. Doubt it. You had candle 3 closure here, and we had candle 4. Now we're in a candle 5 on the monthly. So we could get a new phase of price, but we'll see. This has been a pretty fun run up recently. Like this right here has been fun. This right here was not that fun because it was just happening overnight and you would chop in the morning most of the time. But it's way better than being in this. I like the one-sidedness. It's nice when you have some daily structure. You sweep out a low, get a nice closure, and you get some bias for the week. Same thing, you get a nice closure and an imbalance right here. Get some bias. Like that's fun. We get follow through. But it's Monday. We got news at 10 o'clock. I'm not really looking to like enter anything too early. Originally, I wanted this candle to close below or above this swing low here, and then look for higher prices off this 4-hour imbalance. But now we're just dumping off whatever news. So you know what stocks I thinks about to pop off? This shit right here. I think it's already kind of popping off. ServiceNow. Funny enough, I actually sold a lot of tech out of my portfolio on the 15th last month. I sold a bunch of NVIDIA, AMD. I kind of think that run might be coming. I mean, we just swept this major high, right? If the market is going to like kind of get a new phase of price, it might drag down a lot of these names. AMD's been ripping. Sold some of that. No one rings a bell for you at the top, right? You just got to take profits when you're comfortable. And I'm up 1,000% plus on NVIDIA, so. Yeah. ServiceNow is sick. Yeah, they're like, Iran's like, we need no more talking. Stop messing around with Israel. How do I get the highlighter for it to stay for a little? Hold down Alt, and you can click and draw. Yeah, I think these lows will probably get swept. And you can kind of zoom out of here off this swing. Sweep these lows if we're going to keep selling off into a discount. And we could reverse and off some new, positive news. And go back higher. We haven't really swept any lows recently. And that'd be nice, right? Think about it. For the weekly candle right here. Kind of have that Judas move early in the week on Monday. Sweep out some liquidity to then take us higher, you know, for the rest of the week. So we could put in a classic expansion week. Have like Monday or Tuesday low a week down here in a discount. Respect 50% maybe off this low. And then move higher for the rest of the week. Maybe get a nice candle closure here down here on the daily. Sweeping out some daily lows. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If we're going to stay bullish, that would be what I want to see. What's up, Ben? Carson. Yeah, looking like an outside day for sure. I mean, this day didn't really do much. It was more of like a seek and destroy kind of day. Just kind of poked through or pumped through all-time highs and came back in the range. So we're about to open here in 2 minutes. Like I said, my new PC should be coming today and get delivered today. So if I get a call or a text or something and I have to get up, that's why. Actually, I probably should call the leasing office to make sure they can sign for my package. Let me do that. I'm about to mute my mic. But we're about to open here in a minute 40. So watch these lows right here. Yo, I'm back. All right, we're open. Let's watch it. Watch these lows. Yes, S&T at these lows. That'll maybe give some indication of like which one to long. If we're gonna actually get some bullish movement today. The market is open. No real gap, honestly. If anything, it's a little gap to the upside, but come on, Bessie. What are you thinking? The poll is 50-50. We're going to end it. 50-50 on the poll, which tells me, like I said, it's kind of like, obviously it's too early for me personally to want to short, just based on the daily chart and higher time frame. If anything, just a retracement on a higher time frame to sweep out some lows to go higher, you know? we got some lows into a discount. So that would create low of the week right here. A lower wick on the weekly candle, and then just we'd look to trade the body rest of the week higher. So if anything, I'm just looking for a scalp back into the range. If you look at these long wicks to the upside right now, I do still like how we have a smaller wick-ish on the daily. But if we continue to sell off down past these lows, then it's not looking like a buy day. And if anything, we'd hit some lows, and you would look maybe for a scalp back into the, you know, middle of the range or something for the day. Obviously, NQ looks strongest at the moment. ES somewhere in the middle between YM weakness, NQ strength. So new PC should be here today. It's supposed to be here Saturday. I would have been on it already, but they never called me to sign for it. So I'm still on the old rig. But yeah, it's looking like a 10 o'clock day to wait. I mean, we got high impact news at 10 o'clock. Nothing really major. It's just ISM, manufacturing, PMI. So it's not really a major news event, but still, it's nice to have some news on a Monday. And a predetermined bias going in based on the daily closure, right? We're looking for this candle 4 continuation. Personally, just looking at these hourly candles, like NASDAQ looks the strongest. I mean, you have SMT at this low right here. So it's probably going to come down to this 15-minute imbalance. Are we going to push past that? We have to get through these down close candles right here. Or sorry, these up close candles. We just tagged it there. I think if we're going to see a reversal, then everything needs to get in sync. You know? That'll give me some confidence to go long if we get in sync. Yeah, dude, I canceled all my morning plans to sign for that. And they just like didn't even call me and just said, oh, we couldn't deliver it. No one here to sign for it. How the hell am I supposed to sign for it if I don't even know you're here? Was it your first day on the job? And then I just went to the beach after that because I was pissed off. 200 people watching, but only 33 likes on the stream is crazy. I agree, man. 200 people watching. We got 33 likes. I appreciate you guys. Let's bump that up. That's weak. It's Money Monday. If we get 100 likes, I think we can get a setup. That's what Netanyahu told me. Gold selling off still. Gold or oil popping. Already taking out these highs we were looking at. This would be a candle 3 closure on the hourly. Gold's already up 5.5%. I mean oil. Oil's been moving. We're about to get a 15-minute closure in the next 9 minutes. Like I said, we need to invert this 15-minute imbalance. Kind of get in sync here off these lows. We have SMT here. A little AMD. Because right now, this is looking like expansion met with expansion, which is a reversal, you know? Have imbalance is going to form here in the next 3 minutes, probably. Yeah, little news drop to grab some liquidity and go higher. SMT at the lows. I'm liking the way the hourly candle looks right now. Already have a little early CISD printed here. Just need this thing to close candle 2 at 10 o'clock. Maybe we can get some nice 5-minute entries. Maybe a nice 3-minute, 30-minute entry. I mean, technically, look, there's SMT down here. So this low, this counts as like a low being taken out on the candle 2 closure, right? With SMT. So we could look for 3-minute entries as well on NASDAQ. So that's nice if that SMT holds. Just kind of waiting for 10. It's early in the week, you know. Mondays are usually when you don't have any news and there's no like nice kind of daily closure on Friday. Mondays usually kind of set the stage for the rest of the week, so you kind of just watch. But today we got 10 a.m. news and we already have a bias based on the daily closures, right? So yeah, it might have been a deeper move off, you know, this down move here, a deeper retracement on this higher time frame, but when you have a news driven environment, like that's expected, right? When they give Trump his phone and he's out of timeout and he gets his phone privileges back, gotta be prepared. But yeah, Monday low of the week will be sick. Tuesday low of the week will be sick. Classic expansion week higher. I mean, it would make for a pretty nice run. All last week, everyone kept saying, no, the weekly new week opening gap. It's like, bro, we've already hit new week opening gap on ES and YM. We don't have to come back here if NQ is strongest. It probably shouldn't, you know? We can revisit that later. But there's no wick on this weekly candle, by the way. Which I guess I could see why people get nervous about that, but we put in a wick across the board here on the other assets. And if this is going to be the strongest, then it makes sense not to come back and put one in here. This SMT at these lows. So really, it's just wake up and long every day, you know? If we were going to do, I'm going to put another poll out. In the Discord, if you're in the Discord. Discord, if we were going to do a Q&A, what time works best? Would it be, let's say like, it's going to be during the week. I'm thinking like in the evening, like afternoon. I put Eastern time. Afternoon, evening. Which one? Afternoon or evening? Like around dinner time. Just put a poll out. I'm liking the 3-minute. Little imbalances here. Like we're not really in sync yet. This is still kind of selling off. We popped here. We're kind of just in the middle here. What's popping? Not much. Just kind of watching the decoupled markets. Might do a Q&A this week in the Discord. Just trying to get a feel for like when everyone's free, when we can get the most people in there. What time works best for you? Go and vote in the poll. We're close to testing this opening price. Actually, we might already have. Yeah, we hit this opening price at the tick on gold. Bye, bye, bye. About to get this 15-minute closure in 2 minutes. We can watch that. Exactly. New week, new opportunities. My driver, Reginald. My FedEx driver, Reginald, is on the way. The new NVIDIA computers? Which ones? Like GPUs or like actual PCs? Oh. Oh, debuting in laptops from Microsoft and Dell. It was a new chip. Damn, I just bought NVIDIA stuff. And they are coming out with new stuff. DGX Spark, is that what it is? This thing? For personal agents. I'm not using really AI shit right now. But this would be sick. AI developers and gamers. I'll have to look into that later. It's crazy. I just bought NVIDIA graphics card, 5090. The week I buy a Mac Daddy PC, they release new shit. Would have just bought that. Nah, I still think the 5090 is like, that's not even a graphics card. That's just a chip, right? It's an actual PC. Yeah, it's for personal computers. Okay. No, I'm chilling. We're about to close here. I already did. We hit this opening price and kind of had a little wake up here. Nothing's really happened from the open except for a little pump here on NQ, a little chop here on ES, kind of a little chop here on YM as well. So we need to wait for I don't see any protected swings in here to long off of. So Just waiting for 10 a.m. honestly. We got 15 minutes, 14 minutes. But obviously, unless you're blind, you can tell which one's stronger out of all these. Hey, there we go. We got 74 likes. Isn't that what they do in jazz clubs? They're like, instead of clapping, they snap. These highs look sus. So does this. This high right here. I mean, this high. This high. Easy upside targets off this move. SMT. All that. We don't be flip-flopping bias just because of a little drop. I think the 3 minute's going to be our best bet for an entry. Maybe 1 minute, but I want to see it come down and sweep out some lows on the new 10 o'clock candle. I bought the top. Where did I buy? Where's my entry? Imagine Trump suddenly tweeting that Bin Laden is still alive. Who bought the top? Oh. Yeah, the top PC. Sorry, I'm in trading mindset right now. If you ever want to ultimate rage bait someone, just call them a pattern trader. Bro, why are you pattern trading the model? What's up, Miss Darth Vader? God, what about gold? I was bullish on gold until we started selling off overnight. So, I'm thinking equal highs still here-ish. I know we kind of tagged that already by like a few ticks, but I'm still thinking maybe as long as we hold like this area right in here, we use this to go higher, right? And discount, down close candles, imbalances, sweeping out a low, all that, right? 50% of this wick we're close to. So kind of just watching this area for a reversal to go long, you know, tonight or tomorrow. That's the only thing I'm really interested in on gold. Hopefully we don't just chop here. Maybe 10 a.m. will give us some CNQ 1 minute. I mean, we swept out this previous 15-minute high, but still just inside this little 1 minute range. You guys have a good weekend, though, as we sit here and wait. I went to a birthday dinner, ate some sushi, went to the beach. Weather's kind of ass right now. It's like it's just cloudy. Long time listener, first time caller. 30,516 coming up. Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at these equal highs right here. I guess you can mark this one out too. Are you trading most of the fractal model? That's pretty much all I trade, yeah. Just waiting for this hourly close in the next 2 or what, 8 minutes. We haven't closed above this imbalance on the 15-minute. So we need to watch is like we swept this high. You need to like be careful this series of up close candles here. If it's gonna sweep this high and then roll and go lower, that'll be a 15-minute setup, right? To go lower. 1 minute entry. But you also need to monitor this consolidation low. Like, are we gonna sweep this low and then just go higher? Or we close below it, right? So that's not. Usually you want to see the low swept and then we go higher, not the high swept and then go lower, you know? Usually you manipulate one side of the range to take out the other and distribute. Here's a yes. Just chopping around. Finally hit that 15-minute imbalance right here. So we really need to see, you see now it's painted, the indicator painted that level. If I delete it, it's there. Swept this 3-minute low out. Just gonna watch. Do I have a small penis? Probably. Compared to you, yeah. Five-minute imbalance here. Well, let's watch. Yeah, we got some weirdos in the chat. He's closeted. Look at the 15-minute. You now have like selling off, kind of getting dragged down here. This thing's kind of looking a little perky. Yeah, that 1 minute off this 15-minute high. Doesn't look too bad, but again, I'm looking for longs currently. This could be a deep retracement to go higher, or it could sell off and just take the low, right? But just watching, waiting for 10. Got 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Till then. We want a setup. Give us a setup. All right, 5-minute imbalance. What's it gonna be? For my neck. Oh. All right, we just tapped that down close candle. Filled in the imbalance. We got 2 minutes until 10. See, golden needs to kind of turn around here. Ish. If it's gonna reverse. If not, I just see it taking out this low and moving lower after sweeping some highs. Look at why I'm trying to get active. Yeah, the 4-hour 15. I was looking at that. I mean, your stop's going to have to be at the body. That's like 60, 70 handles. What's even funnier is like, if you wanted to do it on ES, you could. If you close below. But personally, I'd rather just watch while 10 a.m. plays out. 30 seconds. I think Wyman and QR sync up again. Hopefully. 2 trades in a week is more than enough. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we took 2 wins last week. 4.3R. Made like 20 grand last week. So we almost got filled for a 3rd trade on Wednesday. Just didn't come and tag our limit. So, all right, 10 a.m. Probably take this low out. So we can watch and see how these hourly lows behave. Haven't really done much. Might want to sweep some of these lows now. And this low. I mean, low days right here. Imposter red folder. Like I said, PMI, like it's not that big of a deal. It's usually FOMC, CPI, anytime Powell or Trump are speaking. Like, well, I guess not Powell anymore. But unless it's like one of those big news events like FOMC, any big speaker like Trump or somebody, or CPI or NFP, the red folder is usually not that big of a deal. Like I honestly would probably, if I had to take a trade, if a setup presented itself and I had to hop in before 10, I'd hold through this red folder. You like how I'm not trying to short even when like these targets are pretty obvious? Yeah, like I'm bullish. I'd rather just wait for the lower time frames to align with my higher time frame bias and then feel way more confident about taking the trade, right? I mean, just 7 hour looks like a pull. This could be a pullback to sweep some lows. To just go higher. Just like how we had lows swept here. To go higher. Sweep some lows to go higher. And also, like, when they're not in sync, it's just like not as high probability. Let's watch how they react at this lows if we hit. We dumped off some Iran news. Retraced that whole move up. Back down to where we opened, you know? So, and we haven't really done anything on ES or YM since we opened. We're just kind of hanging around in this opening price area. Oil? Popping. I mean, this high looks like pretty inevitable. Remember we talked about that weekly gap right here. Oh, whoa. What is that? On oil. Did y'all see that? That's a 2% move in like a 1 minute candle. Look at these 1 minute wicks, dude. That's a 1.5% move in 1 minute. Up and down. What the hell? This market, dude. They tweeting. Watch out. On a Monday, trying to take your money. They're sweeping lows. All right, YM. What are we doing? I mean, it kind of looks like AMD. I'm not going to lie. What is that arrow? AMD. Same with this. Kind of like accumulation. Manipulate the high. Distribute lower. And we're down here. So Monday kind of sets the stage for the rest of the week. Like generally, if you're bullish, you want to see Monday kind of do the opposite of the week, right? Put in the low, maybe even Tuesday, put in the low, and then you see Wednesday and Thursday and Friday expand, right? So kind of just waiting to see what we're going to do down here after maybe taking out some lows. Moray Trade says, looking to short M3 and M30 fractal if I get a closure. On which asset? Because I'll be honest, talking about this swing high you're trying to short away from, this closure didn't happen at a POI. This closure didn't sweep out a previous high or tap into an imbalance, right? So I wouldn't want to short away from this. If anything, it's just another failure swing to target long. You know? So personally, I wouldn't look to short that. And the reason why I don't get scared. Yes, bullish. I mean, it doesn't look very bullish on the hourly. Which time frame you were referring to? The structure's pretty bullish on the daily. 7 hour still decently bullish. Probably just looks like it wants to sweep lows before moving higher. I wouldn't be surprised if we just leave equal lows and just go higher. If you're trying to short NQ, you need this to hold right here. Otherwise, if we start closing above 50% right here and above this imbalance, then it's probably just going to go for the high. Keep in mind, this 30-minute low and this 30-minute low is SMT there. So, like, need a nice closure here. Are these actually equal? It's 77, 81. All right, so we hit this imbalance. Remember, I drew a second ago. You just immediately rebalance this little range right here. So if it's going to invert and go higher, it needs to respect this and probably just run now. Also a little tiny minute inversion there as well. So but we're just in this like up and down movement right now. There's really nothing to do. Unless you want to like get chopped around. Again, I wouldn't, if we came down here and closed below or something like this, I wouldn't take that. You could easily just sweep these lows and reverse on you. And this isn't a valid 30-minute closure swing to trade away from because it didn't tap into a POI, like an imbalance, or sweep out another high on the 30-minute right here. It just seems like 50-50. I don't really see any like long setups either. We're just chopping around right now. You can see that on the 15-minute currently. Shorting here is poverty levels of scarcity. Yeah, we got all week, dude. What's the rush? It's a Monday. Then we got 90 likes on the stream. That's what's up. Appreciate it. Ew, dude, look at silver. Mondays are like your cousin. They fuck you? I'm just kidding. I used to get destroyed on Mondays because I used to hate the weekend. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't wait to take a trade on Monday. Come in. And Monday's usually accumulation, right, for the week. And it kind of sets the stage for the rest of the week. So I always get destroyed on Mondays. And then I'd be like, be trigger happy on Mondays. I'd be red to start the week off on the wrong foot. And then I'd be like cautious the rest of the week when the actual real good opportunities present themselves. And then repeat the cycle on Monday next week. And it's like, you're starting off on the wrong foot by taking an L early on in the week. You're hesitant. You lose the confidence. And then the good setups actually present themselves and you're scared to take it. You know. And then the cycle just repeats itself. Someone said, you just explained my life. McTony said, I'm literally going through it right now, Zach. But see, right? It hits home because I've been there. I've been exactly in that position. All right, what are we doing? We're halfway through this 30-minute candle. I feel like I'm watching paint dry right now. I mean, the 15-minute Chop City. We hit these -4 down here at these lows. So and the fact right here on this new 15-minute candle at 10 o'clock, we wicked this opening price and came back inside the range, right? We're going to go lower. I would have expected this just to close below, and then we just continue lower right at 10 o'clock. We're not doing that. We set some lows, and now we're just getting a new phase of price down here. So we need to see what we're going to get out of this consolidation, you know? So right now it's just waiting. Waiting on the world to change. Waiting on a tweet. If I were an animal, what animal would I be? Probably a lobster. I'll be a lobster. All right, the poll in the chat. Most people say afternoon. Some people say evening. We'll do more than just one Q&A here and there. We'll just do it like in the afternoon. Like 3 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon. Something like that. But I'll create an event in the Discord and I'll ping in the announcements channel when we actually plan on doing that. So if you're not in the Discord, you can join that. There's a link in the chat that's pinned. There's a link in the description of this video below. You can click that. It's free. We do giveaways on there. Speaking of giveaways, we're gonna give away one of these on stream today. We're also gonna give away 2 of these in the Discord this week as well. So will they be recorded? Yeah, we record them. I can upload it to like a Google Drive or something. Probably just do like an hour-long Q&A or something like that. So if you have questions, write them down. You can ask them here or you can bring them to the Q&A if they don't get answered here on stream. I might even put the mentorship in the bag, bro. What mentorship? I'm mentoring for free on here. If we don't, I've also thought about creating like a role or a few roles in Discord that you can like click on and claim yourself. You got attached to, like, let's say you want alerts, like trade alerts or like Zach setups or what, I can name it whatever. If you want to get pings on like, because what I want to do moving forward is, let's say I'm watching something on Discord, or sorry, watching something here on stream with you guys, but not everyone can be in the stream, right? Maybe some people have work, they can't listen, whatever. Also, if I'm about to take a setup or a trade, I can kind of like ping it in the Discord, you know, in one of the channels, and only mention that specific role that wants to get those pings. That I'm not spamming everybody. So I might start doing that alongside streaming, right? You could be my dog. I actually do want a dog, but I need to get a yard first. I want to get like a Doberman. A Doberman would be sick. ES wicked 1 hour FEG. It made a 5-minute FEG as well. Then it tapped into that FEG. I'm already confused. If it makes CISD on 5 minutes, do you think longs are valid? What 1 hour FEG are we talking about wicking? And then it made a 5-minute FEG. And then it tapped into that FEG. I'm a little lost. I'm not following. What are we doing? Would you short a 1 minute break, or what are you looking for shorts? I'm not looking for shorts. I'm not really looking for anything anymore at this point, except for a new phase of price out of this consolidation. That's kind of what I'm waiting on now. Yeah, send a screenshot in the Discord. If fair value guide lost about fair value gaps. It's funny, I don't even use fair value gaps for entry, really. I mean, if they overlap with my order blocks, I'll use them. But yeah, we're not, obviously, like this 3 minute, 30 minute not playing out. But I mean, it's kind of expected. You can't get mad at it for Monday doing what it does best. You know? Monday gonna Monday. Monday gonna Monday. Walking pad. Damn, I have a standing desk. Trust me, when I get my new setup, Wednesday. Here, I'm going to pull up my Amazon. I'll show you what I got. Or maybe I'll keep it a secret. You know what? I'm not signed in. Anyways, I got a new 32-inch monitor. I'm going to turn one of these monitors currently sideways and have like Discord and like my streaming shit on there. And then I'll just have one big 32-inch screen for trading. And we can swap between, you know, these screens right here. And that way, and they'll both be floating on monitor arms, and I can like move them around and stuff. It's gotta be dope. You've been warned. You've been warned that the low day was protected. You've been warned that the shorts are a bad idea. You've been warned that not all relative equal lows will be taken. Warning. What are we talking about here? What, floating? The monitors that I got. Like, instead of them sitting on desks, like stands on the desk, they're gonna be floating. On an arm, and I can like move them around and like turn them and make them closer or farther away. I'll send a pic of it all put together later this week. These equal highs, man. Like I said, we've been looking for longs. Just chopping down here. At this point, I just want to see how we're going to move out of this consolidation. What broker do I use for futures trading? AMP Futures. Based out of Chicago. Their margins are pretty good. And their fees are super transparent. Like, I don't have any affiliate with them or anything. You can't really actually affiliate with the US broker. That's against the law. But here are their margins. Like, one NQ contract, their day trading rate is just $1,000 to hold one mini. And then 15 minutes before the close, before 5 p.m., they activate a maintenance margin. So it's just to make sure like you have enough covering you before the day closes for the hour maintenance break. And then right there at 6 p.m. it turns back to $1,000. So they kind of just ask you to like close out your positions before the day closes. That's why that's what this does right here. This maintenance margin. Where is it? Maintenance margin explained versus day trading, right? You read that. Except the last 15 minutes of each trading session. Or you meet the margin. Because you can gap up over that hour break or gap down, and they want to make sure you have enough in your account to cover the losses. Or if you do go into drawdown or whatever. But I'm sitting here showing minis. You probably are more interested in the micros. Let me go back and show you that. I guess you already saw it. $100 to hold one micro intraday. And then it turns to $4,000 15 minutes before the close. And then it comes back to $100. It's just that last 15 minutes of each day before the daily candle closes at 6 or 5 p.m. That's when they bump up the maintenance, right? Just to make sure you have enough in your account in case we gap. Or you just flatten your position and you just open it back up like an hour later. You know? Did I copy trade, Zach? Currently, I'm not copy trading anything. Just trading personal funds. I think I get asked that every stream now. If I had to copy trade, I would just buy 20 Apex alongside this personal account and just copy trade 20 Apex. Funny enough, boom, there's the Apex alert in the chat. Didn't do the Apex thing, easy money. I know Tradecopia is a trade copy. You have Trader Sync or Trade Syncer or whatever it's called. That can sync it all up. Yeah, not really exciting anymore, this price action. We just kind of dumped off a tweet and been chopping around 9:30 open this whole time. Right here. Uh-oh, sun's kind of peeking out a little bit. Let's go look at some stocks real quick while this thing chops. What are we doing? I think AMD might be one of my biggest positions. We've been in that thing for a minute, but it's just now starting to kind of take off and catch up to Nvidia. MicroStrategy. This thing is going to continue to go down if Bitcoin dumps. This thing will probably go down to like $25 if Bitcoin dumps below 50K. At least sweep out these lows, these equal lows right here. Actually, probably not $25, but below this low, I could see it. Who knows? Wait, what's Alibaba doing? Tesla. Ooh. All right, that's enough of that. This isn't a stock trading stream. This is a future stream. What's up, Trap? I just remember Michael Saylor buying like $1 trillion for the Bitcoin like at the top. Bro. He's like, we'll just re-leverage the debt if it goes down. Honestly, not really. The investing, I kind of just, when the market is actually bottoming, that's kind of when I just deploy capital. I sold a bunch of stuff recently. I'm sitting on like a bunch of cash, kind of just waiting, trying to find some other stuff. I like this company, ServiceNow. I like the stock. This isn't a recommendation to buy. I just like the stock. beat, right? What do they do? It's like AI automation for like workflow, machine learning, all that stuff. I think you're gonna see money move out of like the AI infrastructure and into like actual like service AI companies. That's why I think you see this thing starting to pop. I think like tech's run is kind of slowing down a bit. That's why I took some off the table. I mean, when you're in an Nvidia at $19 over here, and it's ran up 1,000%, like, why not take a little off? Especially because, like, think about the run the whole market's been on in general. This has been the wildest, like, run, like, straight up. We do get a pullback or something happens, you know. That's gonna bring down the rest of the market in general. But look at the daily candle today. We haven't really done much. Let me remove all my. This is the daily candle right here. Does this look like a one-sided expansion day currently? No. Not like this. A day like this or a day like this. With small wicks, right? It's kind of just took out previous day high. Retraced back into the range and we're just hanging out around the daily open. As you can see. So, not much to do. Just consolidating around daily open. YM looks like it wants a new low a day. Yes, still chopping. Let's see. Are we going to get a new phase of price or what? It's 10:30. 10:34. I haven't done too much. Are bullish or bearish? I am neutral at the moment. Longs on oil. Think about where your stop's got to be off this candle 3 closure. Also, this low's not even protected. But if you did want to put your stop there, your stop's going to be 1.5% big. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, like overall, I'm looking for longs on this, but like I'm pretty neutral right now because we're in a consolidation. Like higher time frame, I'm bullish. 5-minute time frame, I'm neutral. Fractal model is all about lining up those time frames across multiple phases of price. Like we want to align the phases of price across multiple time frames. So we want expansion to align on the daily, right? And then on our intermediate term time frame, and then on our entry time frame. Once that is aligned, that's when you get this quick one-sided moves in a single direction. Until then, right, the daily bias this morning was bullish. The hourly structure is bearish, so it's not aligned. So there's no reason to even drop lower until that aligns. You know, I'm just sitting here on the 5-minute chart to show you guys that we're in a consolidation currently. That's why I sit on the higher time frames before I drop lower. The higher time frames have to give you a reason to drop lower. Bro, answer my question. I know you read it. You the boss of me? If C2 reversed, And would you trade C2 itself, or you wait for C3 5-minute CISD? I'll trade a candle too if it's super clean and there's SMT and it's super obvious. Most of the time, I'm just waiting for the candle 3 continuation. Bro, I answered your question. Don't get snippy with me. I'll time you out. I'll buy your stop. All right, YM's going to take this low out. It's not in sync at all. Not in sync at all. I'm pretty sure the Apex 90% off sale ends June 3rd. So in a couple days. So Wednesday. So if you're actually looking to pick up Apex accounts, you might want to do that. They just made the ability where you can buy accounts in 5-packs now for like an extra 10 to 15% off. So if you're trying to snack 20 accounts, you can just buy like 4 or 5-packs and get extra discount. Let's see what happens off this YM low. I'm kind of just getting over this price action. I'm kind of over it. But let's see off this hourly low here, previous hourly low. What are we gonna do? We're gonna close outside of it or wick it and come back in the range. We have 20 minutes left in this hourly candle. Their 90% never ends. Trap says funds should hit my AMP Live account this week, so should be focusing on growing that. Sick. Are you trading like small, like micros, just to get a feel for what it's like to have skin in the game in practice? Or are you trying to like put some decent money in there and actually like make big boy bucks? That's the thing. Everyone's like, hey, how much money should I put in a live account? It's like, it depends on what your goals are. If your goal is just to learn about yourself with some skin in the game, see how you trade with money on the line, you could just put a few $1,000s in a live account and trade micros and focus on the process, not the money, and build that confidence and trust in your system. Or you could go buy a prop account and do it that way, right? But the live account's nice because you don't have to deal with all the rules. You just have the potential to maybe lose some more money than you planned if you go on tilt, right? Things like that. So it's a trade-off. You have more freedom with the live account. Can be a double-edged sword. Bye, Bilal. But in my opinion, like the end goal should be to trade your own cash, right? Use prop as a tool to fund your live account. Take the payouts, stick them in a live account. That way if something happens to prop in the future, regulation comes in, steps in, gets rid of prop, or your prop firm blows up, or anything happens to it, you can still trade. But I bet you like 90% of people who are trading right now, props, if they get payouts, if they get any, they just go buy dumb shit with it. They don't actually stick some of that money away to build a live account. Zach, when are you gonna tell the truth? You're just copy trading Zach Morris, aren't you? It's funny enough. I bet you there are people in the stream. I bet you like 90% of those people don't know who that is. Let's go join the Atlas Discord. What's crazy is my Twitter account's from 2012. My Twitter account's probably older than some of these people trying to trade these days, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, what's up, Trap? I know. $10K hours of Twitter lore. PJ Morris. Dan Bishop. Bro, you want to see something crazy? Oh, it's in my car. I'll show it next stream. That's a old memory. Remind me to show you. Just remind me of those names again, and I'll show you something on stream. It's just not with me right now. Okay, this is looking pretty boring. When you set this internal low here on ES, we're kind of just seeing these like down close candles get hit, push price higher. But like, I don't really even care about that. It's still in this range. Really interested to see what happens when we hit this low. Are we going to get in sync to just go higher? With an SMT down here? Or what? I mean, even by then, it'll be 11-ish. This is pretty late in the morning for me taking a trade, if I'm being honest. Nah, it's even better than the Atlas hoodie. Why I'm just going to leave it and not take it? All right, we'll buy right now then. Stop at that low. If it's going to leave it, buy right now. Stop at that low. Tag me on Discord with your position. I'm messing with you. I know what you're saying. We can't speak in certainties, guys. I mean, we did the same thing here. We left that low. We could do it here. J-Rob Trader says, this channel is on another level. Nothing on Discord or YouTube comes close. Your patience and process are seeping into my brain by osmosis. I appreciate it. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I mean, it really does mean a lot. Just trying to document what I do every day. That's the goal. If you spend enough time in these streams with me, on the boring days, on the days that we actually get trades and movement, half the battle is just knowing what not to do. Because you guys already know what the model is. You know how to enter trades, how to take profits, like all that, if you've been trading for at least a year. So like you know what to do for the most part. Now you just got to eliminate the dumb mistakes, undo the good trades you're taking, you know? And by removing those mistakes, you end up doing less work and you make more money because you're taking less trades, making less mistakes. Uh-oh. That low got taken. Let's see. What's it going to do? Appreciate the support, guys. It means a lot. If you enjoy the streams and you want to support me, just use code FEG at Tradeify, Lucid, or Apex. And hop in the Discord and just kind of participate. That's pretty much it. I'm on here doing this for free every day. I think we've been doing this for over a month now. Every weekday. You're one winning trade away from taking a 2K payout. So you just gotta wait patiently. If it doesn't happen today, maybe another day. Exactly. What happens is people get so close to getting that payout, they just need like one more green day, and they just take like a shitty like setup, just try and get that green, and then it doesn't play out, and then they go on tilt and lose the whole account, right? Just wait for another A+ setup, and just take that instead of trying to get that one little extra green day to get the payout. On like a B+, B-, C setup. Here's the thing. Sometimes I like to believe in like, oh, this is an A+ setup. Oh, that's a B+. That's a B setup. That's a C setup. In reality, this model's so mechanical. There really isn't an A+ setup or a B+ setup. There's just the setup, right? And you take it or you don't do anything because it's not there. You know, I'm kind of torn because sometimes I'm like, oh, this is A+ because it has all these confluences, right? Sometimes there's a setup that doesn't have that many confluences, but it's still like the setup. So sometimes I just think like there's no such thing as A+, B+ with this model. There's just the setup. You take it when it's there, you sit still when it's not. Yeah, Esteban's right. We have 4 more days to trade this week. No reason to get chopped around in here. Or in here. We swept this low out. Are we going to push now off of it? If highs here. Here's the thing. We can know where it wants to go. But we might not get the setup, right? It could just slow grind up into it. So. What is my bias? On the 5-minute, I'm neutral. On the daily, I'm bullish. I guess it depends on what kind of time frame you're asking about. Waiting for your live account to be activated. You're going to run it up. Nice. Oh my God, I got a notification, but I thought it was my computer. I swear, if they just don't deliver it again today, because I wasn't here to sign, but they never called me, I'm going to crash out. Five-minute CISD. Where? Which asset? For the past month, I saw you take a max 4 to 5 trades, 2 to 3 stop outs, and you made over 20K in the month. That's the trade I want to be. I'm on micros now, and I will scale up over time. Yeah, that 20K was just last week. Took 2 trades. One for 8,300, another for like 11,200. So like $19,500. About 20K. And that was just Tuesday, Thursday last week. So I'm saying you could take some paper cuts. And we took some paper cuts the week before. I did personally. There was a few trades I couldn't get in because of my, issue with the PC. And that's why I bought a new one. But the week before that should have been green with you guys. So just slow and steady. That's the thing. You don't need like a bunch of trades. You just need you just need good size behind the trades you're taking. But it's hard to size up if you don't trust yourself and you keep breaking your rules, right? So you don't have the confidence to size up. So until you can get that under control, you're not going to be able to handle sizing up, right? Because your decisions now carry more weight. Five-minute CISD and Q. Where? Talking about this candle? These down close candles? I'm not long on that. Where's my stop going to go? 130 handles down here. Also, I mean, personally, there's no real closure down here. So there's no swing point you can trade away from. That's why it hasn't been marked out by the indicator. Yeah, it's already late. It's like 10:50. Maybe we should run the giveaway. We'll see how 11 o'clock opens, and then we'll run the giveaway. But yeah, like not every close above a down close candle matters. Just like not every fair value gap matters, or not every swing high or low matters. Like that's the thing. I see some people's charts and they have all this stuff marked out. It's like half that shit doesn't even matter, dude. I don't mark anything out for the most part. You know, like the indicator kind of does most of the heavy lifting, but until like I see something I like in the higher time frames, I don't even start looking for stuff in the lower time frame to mark out. You know, like I said, I'm really just sitting on the lower time frame right now to showcase what kind of price action we're in. If I just sit here on the hourly, you might think, oh, we're retracing, go long, but we're just chopping. But the best thing you can do if you're going to trade the fractal model, and this is something I struggled with when I first started, just sit on the higher time frames until they give you a reason to drop lower. Otherwise, you're going to end up sitting here pattern trading it. So enter here, stop here, and you just get stopped out, right, or chopped around. Like you need to sit. You're missing that big picture, right? And as you get more advanced with it, like some of these days we're trading don't have a very solid daily closure, right? Or maybe we did and then we invalidate it, right? And now I'm trading the invalidation of that day. You can do that. It's more advanced. You just have to know the model really well and what invalidates a day and makes that day high probability trade and what doesn't. Like that's the advanced step. But if you're going to trade this thing to a T of just like daily closures, then you need the daily closures. Then once you have that, you can drop down to the hourly and look for a candle 2 closure or CSD inside that candle 2 closure confirming it, and then you can look for candle 3 expansion, candle 4 expansion, right? And look for entries and all that. But as you get more comfortable with it and more advanced, you can kind of like get more comfortable trading invalidations of your bias. You can get more comfortable trading daily candle 2s. Like this day here, we took a long on this day. This was a candle 2 day where we swept into a daily imbalance right here. Right? And we wanted longs, came back down, and we looked for longs off this imbalance, right? And we got a piece of it here around like 10 o'clock right here. So as you get more advanced, you can look for opportunities like that. But you need to master the basics first. What's the volume at for the average 20 days? Is that right? Yeah. 38% average daily volume today, which is pretty low at 11 o'clock in the morning. 47% at 11 o'clock almost. Usually I like to see 50% by 10. That's a good day. Well, I'm a little higher probably because of the sell-off. But yeah, pretty low volume today, which is like, you know, lines up with it being a Monday. Let Monday set the stage for the rest of the week. If we're going to reverse and go higher. Check out some liquidity to then hopefully close candle 2 or give us a nice closure today or tomorrow. And then we can look to trade Wednesday, Thursday, Friday higher. If it's going to be a classic expansion week. If not, then we'll reevaluate. But that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Hold on. Low. 30.75. There's a tiny little imbalance right here too on ES daily. So if we do close candle 2 off that, that'll be a valid daily closure. In Q doesn't have that. Yeah, YM's just immediately rebalancing this daily range. Let's run the giveaway. Not much to do. What should be the keyword? Let's run the giveaway. Shall we? Pull it up. Giveaway keyword. It's edge. What good is having an edge if you don't use it? What good is having an edge in the market if you aren't going to use it, right? Stick to the system. I already know people are going to make edge jokes. Oh, edge. I'm going to edge my bro. I'm getting edged by the market. We're giving away an indicator. This thing. So far, 42 people are in. All you gotta do is say edge once and you'll pop up in here. We'll close it here in like a minute or two. But yeah, not much to really do. I mean, low taken here. It's 11 o'clock. Not very interesting. Anyone take any trades? Be honest. Let me know so I can ban you. Just kidding. All right, 30 seconds and we're closing this. Oh. MU? Isn't MU like a semiconductor? Micron? I used to trade this back in the day. Holy shit. Yeah, that's on crack. What's crazy is I used to trade this back in like over here. Back in like the 2020. That's insane. To trade options on this. Damn. All right. Let's end it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rohan, you're the winner. Rohan Singh. DM me on Discord. Congrats. You got a free month of the fractal model indicator. DM me on Discord. I'll get you that code. If you're not in Discord for some reason, which you should be, it's free. Hang out with me outside these streams and the rest of us. If you're not on Discord, DM me on Instagram or X and just send me a screenshot of you logged into this account right here on stream, and I'll get you your code. But Rohan Singh, you are the winner. All right, guys. I appreciate you stopping in. We're gonna call it here. It's kind of we had news today, but no real movement. But if you're new here, welcome. We stream every day, 9 a.m. sharp Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Drop subscribe, notifications, turn them on. Get notified when I go live in the future. And as always, if you enjoyed the stream, drop a like. It helps me out in the world of algorithms and YouTube and whatnot. So make sure you join that Discord as well. We're going to run some giveaways here this week as well, once I get that all sorted. So I will catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully on the new PC.